Hey guys, Jamiy here, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about everything that you need to know about the Meteor event. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. We are getting really close to that 100k milestone, and if you like the video, make sure to smash like, okay. With that being said, let's get into the video then. Okay then, first, let's go over how to get the new Loomian COSMIORE. So what you need to do is you need to look at the weather tab to see what route the meteor showers are taking place on. As you can see for me right now, it says route 3, so let's head over there then. Once you're here, to actually get COSMIORE, all you have to do now is start hunting in the wild, and that's it. Simple as that. It's very similar to like Hydrini and Pipsy for like their own rain and wind weather, so very similar but just a little bit more rarer. Okay, and speaking about the odds, let's actually talk about the odds. So for COSMIORE, it has a 1 in 128 chance, that's the odds to actually find it in the wild. Now I will say, it's going to be a little bit confusing for some people, but it is classified as a roaming Loomian, However, you cannot improve these base odds like other roamers like Dusky, with like the roaming game pass and the roaming boosts. It is like strictly 128 for everyone, and you cannot improve it, Okay, and speaking about odds, I might as well throw in the gleaming odds right here as well, and so they are actually improved, and they are twice as easy to get like a lot of the other previous events, So also I'll put up all the numbers on screen for you so you can actually look at them, and you can pause it if you want to. Next, I guess we'll go over all of the different colours and the different forms that COSMIORE has. I guess first we'll go over the colours, since that's just a lot more simpler than talking about the forms, which basically, COSMIORE has 4 different colours: blue, red, violet, and green. If you want to get one of these colours specifically, you'll need to hunt in the corresponding meteor shower. If the meteors that are falling from the sky are blue, you will only find blue COSMIOREs in the wild until the next meteor shower. Okay then, now let's talk about the different forms, So there's actually 3 different forms: the based encased form, the cracked form, and the unleashed form. These are just fan names, people might call them different things, but as long as you know which one's which, you're good to go. So if you actually want to change between all of the different forms, you're actually going to need these white and black meteors that fall from the sky. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I'll actually talk about it later in the video in a different part, going over all of the meteors, But once you have these black and white meteors, you can actually change between the forms. So the first form, is actually going to be the one that you find in the wild, which is going to be the encased form. This is the one that you will always find in the wild. You cannot find any of the cracked forms or the unleashed forms in the wild. You can only find these encased ones, and then you can progress its forms, and then once you've changed its forms, you can actually go ahead and regress them instead, So then, like I said, you'll 100% only find the encased one in the wild. Here's what it looks like, also, and then here are its stats. And for its abilities, it has Enchanted Coat as its normal ability, and its secret ability is Regift. So once you have this COSMIORE, you cannot use your white meteors on this form. However, you can use your black ones on it, which are called antimaterites, So once you actually use a black meteor on it, it will actually progress COSMIORE into its middle cracked form. Also, here is the cracked form, where it looks like. Here are its stats, and also for its abilities, they're actually the exact same as the first form that we just talked about, the encased form. It has Enchanted Coat as its normal ability, and its secret ability is also Regift. So now once you have this COSMIORE, its cracked form, you can actually use a white meteor on this form, and it will revert back into its encased form, It'll basically go back, However, if you want to progress it another stage forward, you can actually use another black meteor on it, which also antimaterite, which will then progress it to its last form. For this form is actually going to be the unleashed form, That's what we're calling it right now. Also, here is what it looks like and its stats. And for this one's abilities, it actually has Surrogate as its normal ability, and its secret ability is Idiosyncratic. And that's the forms. However, I'm going to quickly throw like all of the learn set moves at you here as well, Since we talked about these stats and abilities, it just makes sense to put all of the moves here as well, So I'll put all of the moves that you actually get by level up, by move manuals, and by rally moves on your screen, Although this one does have a few different moves that I will go more into depth on, because they are brand new moves, So first, I guess we'll talk about other 2 signature moves, Every roaming Loomian has their own signature move, and COSMIORE is no different, Although this one has 2 different signature moves, That's because of its different forms. Its encased form and its cracked form are more range attacker orientated, And the unleashed form is more melee attack orientated. Unless you're using idiosyncratic, then that'll make it a range attacker again, okay? So there's going to be two signature moves, okay, which is Meteor Crash and Meteor Smash. Okay, then next I guess we'll talk about Slumber, which is the new sleeping move, okay? Basically, fundamentally, it is the exact same move as Beast Slumber, just a little bit nerfed since also Beast Slumber is Obsidian's signature move. So this Slumber move will let you regain 1/3 of your health and 1/4 of your energy every turn for 3 turns while you're asleep, okay? Although the difference is, like I said, it just doesn't increase your stats like Obsidian's Beast Slumber, okay? When you use Beast Slumber, it's the exact same, although you get +1 melee defense and +1 range defense. For this normal Slumber, you don't get those defense boosts. And finally, we'll talk about the new Mind type move, okay? Psycho Blast. We finally got a good Mind type move that isn't a signature move, okay? Like Psycho Slap and Telekinetic Sweep. This is basically just like a nice upgrade to Flabbergast, which previously was our strongest Mind type move, and it's only like 70 base power, so hey, a 90 base power move, okay, nice, Mind type's gonna love it. And more Loomians will get this move, okay, later in the line, which speaking of, Dusket and Wakalaka are meant to have this move as a rally move, but since Cosmiorre and Dusket are both roamers and Wakalaka is an advanced variant, none of them can actually lead a rally, so right now, Dusket and Wakalaka can't actually get this move, okay? But sooner or later, I'm actually going to give the move to Meditoad as well as a Nulla Rally move, okay? So then you can actually pass the move from Cosmiorre to Meditoad, and then you can pass from Meditoad to Dusket and Wakalaka. So that'll actually fix the issue, okay? It's just that right now, only Cosmiorre has this move, but sooner or later, we'll fix that. And finally, I guess we'll go over the meteors and the shops then. So once you're on a route that has a meteor shower, you will see the corresponding meteors falling from the sky. If you run over to them and touch them, you'll pick them up and put them in your bag. However, when one of these normal coloured meteors fall and when they actually land on the floor, they have a 1 in 75 chance to change to white or black instead, which also you can use these white and black meteors to change between the different forms for Cosmiorre. For the normal coloured meteors, okay, the blue, red, violet and green meteors, basically that is this event's currency. Also similar to how the Halloween event had candy for its currency, the Christmas event had cookies for its currency that you could use to buy things from the event shop. That's basically what the meteors are for this event. Which, speaking about the shops, there are actually 2 different shops. The first is the normal one. You can find this shop on the meteor shower routes. Just look for like a giant meatball, and it's pretty simple, okay, it's just in the ground somewhere on the route. But from this shop you can actually buy event discs, which also like the meteor discs, which also just let you know they're normal discs, like how good they are. It's just like they're reskin basically. Also, you can actually buy the saddle from the specific shop for Cosmiorre as well, which I believe requires 30 meteors of all of the different coloured meteors, okay? Minus the black or white ones. So that's basically the normal shop, okay? Unfortunately, there isn't any gummies. There might be gummies added in later, but for right now, there's no gummies, okay? That's the only thing you can buy from this normal shop. For the second shop is actually going to be a Milo Market, okay? We've actually seen this before in the Christmas events. This is going to let you trade your meteors for shards and boost tokens. To find the shop, head over to Route 6 and go left of the PC boxes, okay? You can't miss him, he's just in a corner. And finally, there's actually one more function with the normal coloured meteors that not too many people actually know about. You can actually use them as mini shards for Cosmiorre, and Cosmiorre only. You can't use these for shards for like your Weevil, okay, unfortunately. So basically, if you have a blue Cosmiorre, you can feed it your blue meteors, and it will actually raise your Cosmiorre's UPs by 1. Only by 1, okay, it's a very mini shard. For the stats, it's chosen at random, okay, you can't choose what stat, but it'll randomly pick the stat and it'll increase it by 1 as well. And also, you can't feed your Cosmiorre's different coloured meteors, okay, so if you have a blue Cosmiorre, you can't feed it red meteors, okay, it just won't work. And I think that is everything that you need to know about this event, okay? It's going to be here for a few weeks, so don't worry about the end date, okay? If you still have more questions, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to reply to as many as possible. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.